Hello. Okay, welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. I'm Weird. We all go to the Woo Woo. We're doing the week ahead. Tarot reading is, I'm recording this on Monday, so we're just going to assume this goes through Sunday. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. It has been, let me tell you what this summer has been. Anyways, yeah, so let's go ahead and move forward. This is your reminder. You are a sovereign being over your life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages apply. So don't Cinderella this ish to make it fit. Okay? Okay. Fantastic. I did not get anything preemptive. But I was ready, prepared, and excited to sit down, if that makes sense. So the energy was good, but I really wasn't given. So we're about to find out together, okay? Okay. Some good cold coffee. Iced coffee. I did some chocolate stuff, which is why it's so dark. Yes. All right, this is Secret Tarot. I did spend time last week recording, so I have a stockpile of videos. I'm going to be uploading them. When I feel prompted, like when they should be delivered. So I just saw the Two of Cups. It like made itself evident just then. Okay. All right. I got slightly like a little bit with that. I just heard LaBoo, and I just learned what that shit was. But I was saying LaBoo, and I heard LaBoo, and I'm like, that might be significant for somebody because I don't have a LaBoo. I don't do LaBoos. Strength out the gate. Oh, okay, out the gate. Two major arcana cards. The Fool with the Strength card. The Lion. Oh, okay. We've had a message like this before. Something is evolving and becomes a thing by Leo season, which is end of July. There's something significant about a Leo season. I almost said a Leo. There's something significant. I'm a Leo rising. I don't know. I feel like Leo risings are like maybe a smidge. I won't do it. I won't say it. It's not a competition, you guys. It's not a competition. Okay? Why does it feel so quiet? So I just got that if it's like people are, when the crowd hushes, like the Olympics or some big event, like tennis, like some of those tennis matches, and everybody's like, and all of a sudden they get really quiet as something's happening, and it's like the universe getting hushed or your spirit team being hushed to see if you're going to do it, if you're going to take the leap. It's almost like gathering to see. Like there's this gathering to watch. It's like leading up to the finale. I think NBA Finals was the other night. My boys were watching it or something, and so it's kind of like that. Like all this has led up to all this has led up to this right here, and it's like somebody's. I feel like either somebody's it's like a unicorn moment. Thank you, because I was gonna say getting or are a unicorn, like it's a unicorn moment. This most people don't make it to this point. Like all the individuals who how do I put it? go and try to be musicians, and they put out music and they work their entire career. There's of the number of individuals who feel called to do that. There's actually anybody who really becomes world renowned. Very few on that. So it's like a unicorn moment. Unicorn moment. Okay. So I'm also getting that it's coming to the cliff's edge like the fool does, ready to jump, and of the number that get to the cliff's edge who actually make it to this place, not all actually jump. So that's why the crowd hushes. They're waiting to see what you'll do. Oh, why do I feel like okay? Okay. Six of Pentacles. Ooh. I don't know why, but I like this Knight of Wands. I was just like, ooh, in my head, I'm like, ooh, I like that Knight of Wands. Leo season. It's a fire sign season. They're giving me, okay. Six of Pentacles is like a I was gonna say season, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, something about that doesn't, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, so Six of Pentacles, it's like a time of receiving, but there's something about willing to receive. Knight of Wands. So I keep leaning into the Six of Pentacles is the thing that it's like, it's your turn. Fuck. Okay. Because I was like, I'm thinking of like the means, the resources, and they're like dead fucking silent. No energy, no imagery, no words, no nothing. And I'm like, okay, what is this? And it's like, I'm like, but it has something to do with it. So it's like you receiving, it's your time to receive. Because in traditional Rider-Waite, there's usually two individuals. And both are with open hands. But one is waiting and the other one is in the process of receiving. So it's like it's your time to receive. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Wow, Nine of Pentacles with the Tower. This is an amazing tower. So you're gonna be receiving something exponentially fast after you see this. They just after you watch, but after you see this message, there's some type of upgrade. Financially, otherwise, I feel like, I don't know, fuck yes is what I want to say. But it's like, it brings about a major, like a positive disruption in your life. It's a tower, it's meant to happen. And I keep sitting with the Knight of Wands, and I'm like, okay. This is significant because they just gave me something, and then so sometimes they'll give me an image of me saying something, and that's their way of prompting me that yes, we want you to say this. Probably because I could interpret it as they're just telling me this. Does that make sense? And so it's funny, like even when I come on to reads or like when I'm about to talk to somebody, they'll show me doing like a reading and saying something, or they'll show me saying something to somebody. And that's a prompt to me. We want you to say this to them. You know what I mean? It's not just information. Because if I just receive the information, I'm like, sometimes I don't want to, I'm like, and I might interpret it that's not anything necessary. And I'm like, why is that coming through? And so it's like their way of saying, say this. Like, we want you to say this. So there's been this back and forth between my spirit team and myself on how I read. I tend to be a fast reader. Like, not uber fast, but like it just, like that kind of thing, right? And I have, over the last 2 years, gotten into this long, drawn out, like it's almost like when people from the South invite people from the North down, and it's like it's time to learn how to slow down. Like, like you go to a different culture and it's not as, rushed or busy or chaotic. It's all about the leisure and let it come in its own time and that kind of thing. And so they have really tested me because I'm just not a fan. Like, sometimes it feels like it just takes forever, and I'm like, come on! Like, even in conversations, I ADHD here, and I will finish your sentence, and I'm done, and I'm like, you're still saying this. I already know where this is going. Can we move along? Like, it just can irritate. Like, I'm just like, and I'm a big person of like, don't waste my time. But I have moved from like 20-minute reads to like 45 minutes to an hour. Even on my private, like when people purchase readings and it's like a deep dive and that shouldn't last more than an hour and a half, I am, for some people, spending like 3 hours on these things because it's just, I go either, I not only go in depth, like it is a deep dive, but it's also just the sitting with it and I'm like, look, just can we you can give me the message quicker. So they've been making me work on being okay when the process takes a little bit. And when I say they've done this with every facet of my life, I am the quintessential. I have road rage. Okay, I am, and my kids die laughing now, and they, and my oldest son who drives for a living now was like, Mom, and I'm like, no, and like we bond over it. So maybe you're the Knight of Wands, maybe you are. Maybe you love it when things come like that, but you've been put in a, I feel like saying, you like how a dog or a cat will like that if they have peanut butter in their mouth? Not a dog. Kitty cat. Kitty cats do that. And they just like do all kinds of weird, crazy stuff because it's stuck, and it's like you got molasses in your mouth. That's what we say in our area, or you got like spit it out. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just everything just takes its own pace, and the story's gonna blah blah blah. And don't get me wrong, I can go on tangents. Y'all see me, right? And you can be like, get to the point, but I fill up the space. And there's something here that they're mentioning about you've been in a place of having to let things take their time when your true nature is to be swift on your feet, quick thinking. Um, there was a lesson in that. There was a lesson in that. It was they're giving me the word a quintessential. They keep saying it. I think I've said it before, but like they're the ones that keep feeding it to me. Quintessential skill that will not always be needed, but when it is, you've got it, right? And I don't want to act like you are quick to jump into things. I mean, the Knight of Wands is somebody who's pretty impulsive, you know what I'm saying? Or can be. But sometimes he's just quick to move because he knows. But you may have, at times, not been the best at waiting for all the information to reveal itself. And so you'd get like 95% done. And you'd be like, I already know. Same as like the conversation, same as, I already know, I got it. And you go off half cocked doing whatever you were going to do. And like there was some very important last minute information that you wouldn't wait to reveal itself to you. And it would trip you up. So it's not that you are not supposed to be this quick, fast witted, moving individual, because you thrive almost in that. And I think that you almost drowned in the slowness of the. Like, are they actually showing me somebody walking through molasses? You know, like when you step on it, like that. It's just, they're just, oh my God, kind of thing. I would do that to my own readings. I was just like, okay, we don't box spirit if you don't hurry to fuck up. I can't tell you how many times in the last 2 years I'm like, wow, it took you that long to give me the word, because I'd be struggling. So yeah. It's gonna pick up. I feel like you're gonna get to, you're gonna be so happy. You're gonna get to be the Knight of Wands again. Oh, things get to happen fast again. Something you receive, something comes in, you're open to receive. It's your turn to receive, and things pick up again in life. Things get exciting and moving, and you feel more like yourself. You feel more like yourself. And Nine of Pentacles also gives me a sense of freedom from, right? Okay, let's pull some more. Sorry, guys. Page of Swords, they said wait. I was gonna start. They're like, wait. I'm like, wow, after telling them all the lessons you've been giving me on this shit. Funny that they give me the Ten of Swords instead of the Death card. You know, I think because it's major arcana, it's a little bit more of a profound ending, cycle ending. But there is a move from the Ten of Swords to the Ace of Swords. Something's dead, done, over with. It's already occurred. It's already happened. And then you've done some level of surrender to the situation, maybe to the lesson. And like, I don't think that. Well, they are. Yeah, we did. I was gonna say, I don't think they set out to really be like, you're gonna learn this, but they did, because it's a quintessential skill that you're going to need to be able to pull out of your pocket when the time is right. It's trusting that when you feel like you don't, like, you know something else is there but you don't know it yet, it's trusting that and being willing to wait for it to reveal itself. And not trying to rush your intuition, spirit, or anything else like that into giving it to you. Timing is important of its revelation. There's something about the Page of Swords being related to the Ten of Swords, like that being done. So it's almost like a sliver of, or like an aspect. Hold on. Oh, what? That's something my sister's ear does, because she's got big ears. My ears should not be poking through my fucking hair. Pardon my French. What the fuck? Shit. They're gonna show you. I'm gonna be a live example for you right now about what I just fucking said that they've been doing to me. I just heard yes, no. So like, it's like asking a question, and it's like yes, but no. It's not a maybe though. It's like it is, but it isn't, kind of a situation. That's the answer for something. Um, Maybe somebody asked something just then, or was like pondering, is this, blah blah blah, and they're like yes, but no. are in a way. So that's got to be finishing somebody's answer. It was a lesson of surrender so that you could surrender to receive messages. That's one thing. With this Page of Swords, like sometimes you just have to surrender to what is. And I think that someone's own true nature, it's the case of your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness. You know what I mean? The thing that makes you you can also be the thing to work against you. And it's just, it's really, it's learning how to wield that and to temper it and to be in control of that rather than letting it control you. I'm going to pull some more cards. So we've got two cards here. We've got the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles. So you're getting something that leads you out of the Ten of Swords. You've surrendered. You haven't yet stepped on your path, which would be the Ace of Swords, the clear path. The path is not yet clear. You're still in the Ten of Swords. Everything's at rest. Nothing's piercing you. You're just biding your time at this point. Page of Swords, you're going to get some type of information, clarity, communication on something. Because with this High Priestess, her book is not open. She has taken a bite of her, it looks like a pomegranate. Yeah, that's a pomegranate. Reminds me of Persephone. So that may be something for you, maybe not. It's like tasting something but not having it yet. So somebody has tasted something. I think it's more metaphorical, guys, okay? Like you've got a taste of something, you've got an inkling, a glimpse, a something of something, but you haven't yet been able to devour or divulge into it because the book is still closed. So something is still not clear, which is either the next step on a path or a new path to choose. I'm going to say a new path or walking on a new path. Because when they do this with the Two of Pentacles, that to me is that your priorities or your where you direct your energy and your attention is going to change, right? And it's trying to like weigh things up. It's like one wins out over the other. And so it's like, this is the one. So something is going to get revealed. But you've had a taste of it. So you already kind of know. That's where the yes, no comes. Love it. Okay. It's like yes, but no. So like, and that's where you don't have all the information yet. So it is, but it isn't. So they don't want to say utterly no. It's just that I think that you've only seen a sliver. I love this. A sliver of something. And they're like, it's all about to really be revealed. Like you're about to see it all. And then you're going to understand how what was given to you was only a bit. What you had tasted was only a bit of what really is coming for you. But it is your turn. So it's like kind of knowing what's coming, but not really, because it's a unicorn moment. Now, see, there's just not many people that have experienced this that could really tell you, and even when they do, it may seem too fantastical, right? When people have unicorn moments, it's like, oh, but that'll never happen. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like reality. But this is something exceptionally new. And remember, the crowd goes quiet. The crowd is waiting and watching, but this is a wish fulfillment. This is like the wish fulfillment is what they're telling me. The ultimate of wish fulfillments. Like you couldn't elevate any happier within yourself for whatever this something come true is. There it is, motherfuckers. I'm telling you right now. 7 of Cups. But look, I feel like you have really You have whatever this is, you have experience. You've attempted, you've maneuvered. Seven of Cups is been in this uncertainty and trying and getting your hands or feet wet or whatever you want to call it, and like, you know, it's like practice almost, right? But if you notice with the Seven of Cups, she's got her hands on the two cups. That leaves five left over. So there has been disappointment in some of these other cups and some of these other experiences. And I want to say these cups are things that you wholeheartedly went after and thought would, you know, be your cup, your dream, your thing. That it would all add up into your wish fulfillment. There's something about the two cups. And remember the Five of Cups, you turn around and there they are. So I feel like, again, you have an inkling, you know something, but you don't. It's kind of like, I was just having this conversation with my son last night about the, you know, how we always say, you hear people talk about having a wish, but if it arrives, are you even ready for it? Because, or how in a relationship you, with all good intentions, want to be what, want to be the person for the other person. And when you hear what they desire, what they want, you're like, I can do it. But when you actually get into doing the thing, like in the relationship, doing the work, and you realize what that means for them, because it's different for everybody, right? And what it really actually requires of you, and the sacrifices or lack thereof that you enact in order to be able to fulfill what you said you would do, be who you said you would be, and then realize that there's things that you're not yet ready for. We've had those where we're like, is it just lip service? No, this individual really wanted to be X, Y, and Z, really wanted to be there for you, right? But what's required of someone to be there for somebody who is not a single parent is different than what would be required or what it would take to be there for somebody who is a single parent. The dynamics of their lives are different. And so you may, with all good intentions, initially set out and go, abso-fucking-lutely, I'm in it. I'm in this. You have the desire, you have the love, you really mean it until you get to the point of, and remember, integrity is your words, actions, and energy. So you might have had the words and you might have had the energy, but when it came to you having to do it, and you realize what actions it would require, and realize you weren't at the capacity that you needed to be to do that, right? So it can come across like, oh, they're just lip service. Oh, they're just, you know what I mean? You said. And so that's what it reminds me of, is this sense of not really knowing what something would require to have it, this unicorn moment, this unicorn thing. And even then, even with all the work that you've done, even with everything that you've sacrificed, everything you've worked through, to be one of the few that makes it to this point of the Fool, the cliff, where you can jump over, where you can actually embark on this quote unquote path, you still don't know until you get to that moment. There's so many people, it's like we wish, and so it's like, are you sure? Are you really ready for this? And it's like, fuck yeah. And like, are you sure? Because when you get to going down this path that few even make it to, and even fewer jump, because it's a unicorn moment, because you get there and you finally understand what it means, what jumping requires, and what that looks like. You've never been to the cliff's edge, and you look over and you see jagged things spiking up, and you see fog and cloud, and you realize you don't know to what depth certain things happen, where these little, things are at. It's like they're giving me the Titanic, you know, like this sense of I've made it this far, nothing can stop me. The invincible, the unsinkable, and then realizing that what lied underneath and not being able to see it could be the thing. And so you get to that place and you're like, oh shit. And so when they say that the crowd goes quiet to see if you're going to do this, they mean it. Because the level of surrender and faith that it takes. So they're giving me Peter Pan, like when Wendy was learning to fly. And it's like, am I going to free fall or am I going to take off and fly? Well, that's what it is. They're like, are you going to free fall and, or are you going to take off and fly? People want to know. I feel like you're like, okay, so there's spirit team. And then there's, I feel like there will be visibility in this where people will see if you fly or if you plummet. And with Wendy in Peter Pan, it's all about the level of belief, her faith, and being able to, what was it, think happy thoughts or something like that. Or so it's one of those things where it rests on you. So all of that, and it's finding it in the confusion. It's finally reaching. So they're showing me like it's a bookshelf, and like there's 5 cups, the cups that you've already been through. And then there's these 2 other cups. Are they going on the shelf too? Of things that you thought? I just feel like these are all the things that looked like they were for you. It could be people, places, careers, whatever it is. And someone's choosing. It's like, and this has been the theme here recently, where 2 cups aren't necessarily talking about a romantic relationship. The 2 cups, because we've had a lot where the 5 of cups come up, where it's you accept one, and lo and behold, little did you know, right behind it is another cup coming in almost immediately. So this is almost like not even knowing what this wish fulfillment is really going to bring into you. That it's not just one thing, it's 2. And I notice in this particular 2 of Wands, he's holding on to both. Sometimes in a 2 of Wands, there's one particular action that is of utmost importance and it will open the world up to you. That's why he usually holds the world. But in this one, it's almost like he's holding both of these up in victory. And it's about being willing to take action to both. Okay. I'm going to put that back because I have a specific question, Spirit. In fact, we're going to put this back. I want to know about the Page of Swords. As a Thoth Tarot, it is communication. There's communication here. Dude, I almost thought my bra was showing, and that's my fucking hair. That's my hair. I was like, did I put a black bra on? I don't know. Ugh. Okay, but we're in a heat dome right now. Like the side of the country that should be having this shit, we got. I mean, we always are hot, but the dew point is astronomical right now, and it's making shit worse. Like we have a shit ton of what am I trying to say? I can't get shit out right now. Humidity, but the dew point mixed with humidity plus the temperature has created, because the air can only hold so much moisture. So we're like, you know what I mean? We just had a whole fucking conversation about the two of wands, and they're being he's taking both. There's two cups and two courses of action. And I said, remember I said usually he's got his hand on one. Okay, thank you very much. Got another two of wands. You notice how this wand is almost it's anchored into the wall. It's not moving. He is taking the one that got the movement. I swear to God, that has movement with it, but he's holding the world. And I feel like there is some there's a level of kicking some dust up. Kicking some dust up. We've got the two of wands with the five of wands. This does not have anything to do with this two of wands. So you may be getting two things at once. It would be low-hanging fruit, guys. Getting a job that requires you to move. So it's like, this is the most terrible saying. Killing two birds with one stone is terrible. That is terrible. But you know, it's like two in one. And then we've got the two of wands with the five of wands. It's almost like in this particular one course of action would keep you stagnant, stationary, and in place. There's no wiggle room, there's no movement, there's no progress, there's no nothing. This one opens the world up to you, but I feel like it opens up distance. I do feel like it would open up a doorway to expansiveness, to travel, or to something to that effect. Five of wands. I want to know about the five of wands. Let me tell you. Oh, shit. Okay, we've got the lovers. There is a choice. You're going to have a decision to make. I'm definitely feeling the two of wands is the idea of either taking it or not taking it, acting on it or not acting on it. So communication is going to come in. You're sitting, waiting, simmering. You're just like, you're laying low. And to not take it keeps you very stagnant, in place, immobile, almost like rooted down against your will, because that this wand doesn't have roots. This wand is anchored in with like a latch and things like that, like chained up, almost like the devil card. So there's a choice. This choice, it's going to seem, so they don't want me to use the word insignificant, but there is a movie starring Chris Evans where he directed. I can't remember what it is. That he says, why is some of the biggest why are the biggest moments in your life always seemingly so small? Like the biggest decisions seem so small. This doesn't come across as having any kind of true, real impact. but behind it, it's a tower moment. It's the tower moment. It's supposed to happen. Tower moment. It shakes things up. That's where I was getting the kicking the dust up. There's a choice. It's going to require. It's going to kick up dust. It's going to bring some kind of existence, current existence, to the ground. But with it, you have the Six of Wands, which is victory. If you let the tower fall, they said, you will have victory. And this could just be life as it is right now. Whatever you choose with this, if you take it, it just is going to propel you in a different direction, which may be about opening you up to more things. If you stay, if you refuse, then nothing changes. Absolutely nothing changes. Tell me more about the Page of Swords. Ten of Swords, which is what came out with the Page of Swords. If you're not open to this and you don't take it, I mean, these swords are actually in her back. And that usually feels like the situation and circumstance that currently isn't getting to you will. So I feel like you're like all of these swords right here, and none of them are piercing you right now because you're lying low and you're able to. But if you don't take this seriously, eventually you're going to be victim of circumstance, is what they just said. Your situation will get the best of you. And then the Eight of Pentacles. Again, low-hanging fruit will be work, but I'm not certain that it's work per se. Clarify, please. Page of Swords definitely allows you to continue. This is progress. Eight of Pentacles is progress. To have progress. You've not had progress where you're at. You'll go from the Ten of Swords to the Ace of Swords. It could be like work for some. But it's up. Remember I kept saying, like, you haven't stepped into the Ace of Swords yet? The completely new path, which, duh. What are you doing? I want to know more about the Eight of Pentacles now. Who, what, when, where, why? Come on. We are literally at 43 minutes. Let's do this. I know. I told y'all I can't. Oh, shit. King of Pentacles. King of Swords. Seven of Cups. Five of Swords. You may have, okay, you may have individuals in your life, because I'm getting these are two different, you have a very earthy energy and a very airy energy. So, and I get that they're separate individuals. There may be individuals within your life, okay, that don't understand this. Seven of Cups, are uncertain about it, Feel confused. Where does that leave us? They may think that you are, again, I just get are taken surprised by this. And then I get, so Five of Swords, they may not be happy about this. Like, how's this going to work out? They might fight you on it. It might create disruption, disharmony. But the thing is, on this particular one, it says defeat. And there's a story that goes along with the Five of Swords, and I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of it, but it's about choosing and picking your battles wisely. That really is the Five of Swords. Because the thing is that you got two people walking away in defeat. This is the individual with all the swords. They've thrown their swords down. They can't win. I want clarity on the Seven of Cups for them. Yeah, uncertainty. They're giving me uncertainty. So you've got two energies that would be uncertain about this, unsure of your decision, taken by surprise on this, may try to resist this, may create some kind of disruption or argument, but you win out in the end. And because it's like, the way the story goes, and I can't remember where I got it from, but it's only one person can be the victor, and you're it. And we did see you had the Six of Wands, victory. Like, if you take this, whatever it is, you will have victory. Three of Swords. So there will be a level of separation that occurs on this. Yeah, I'm just like, I can't help but something gives you leeway out of something. Like, you're able to move. You're able to maneuver. You're able to take something. Something is brought to your on offer. Three of Swords, though. I think that the energies that don't want this to occur, there's no way to avoid some level of sorrow or separation, because I think that's why why these energies are like, wait a minute. So there's like earthy energy and air energy here that are just like confused, don't understand, they're uncertain about your choice. Well, I was asking more about the Eight of Pentacles, but they're like, no, we need to get this out really quick, because I said hurry up. That's why. So there's a Three of Swords. So actually, the next one was the High Priestess. I remember seeing the High Priestess next. But this is the right thing. No matter what ricochet happens, so the Tower moment doesn't feel like it really does anything to you. It does something to other people. It impacts them mentally and emotionally. Because we have earth and air, it's like mentally it gets to them, but it also impacts their actual life, because it's the Pentacles. So we're talking about their reality. But this is what's right for you. This is what's in alignment with you. This is what is for you. High Priestess, like, remember before, it's like you got a sliver of it and you're about to get the whole thing. Somebody's sacral may be just, because I feel like this is giving birth. I was going to say, because sacral energy is massive right now. And it's like someone is lighting up Your sacral will light the fuck up. In the world, you will leave. I can't, there is, whoever I'm reading for, you're going to leave. You're going to, I feel like it's like the kid that leaves the nest, you know what I mean? And branches out on their own and goes to conquer the world. There may be some aspect, I just got this, of what's happening right now globally that leads you to, there's things that are happening that are impacting everybody in all the countries. People fear world three, and circumstances may, but you are being guided out of that. So for some of you, current events and the climate of things may be what open up this pathway for you to go, meaning like this offer comes in, or this might come in, this communication comes in as a result. You know, of these things, and it's like it's your out. And that's why the world is here, because there will be a move. Like I can't, I know that I have created playlists for location changes and things like that, but like I can't help but this is I feel like this is big moves. Big moves here. Big moves. It won't necessarily be easy. Um because of the nature of whatever this is, it's natural to have concerns. We got the Nine of Swords, which is fears and anxieties. I think this is more about anxiety than it is anything else. Again, nothing is actually touching you. None of the swords are actually touching you. Okay? Just want to tell you that. But it's the idea of what could go wrong. Again, you get to the cliff. Are you going to jump? The crowd is silent. Temperance is, I just get that you have control over this situation. It's the idea that you are in control when it comes to this, whether you go or you don't. But I want to say, with the level, that this is kind of like this wand is kind of can't move. This is like some external factor. This wand has, I want to get really close so you can see. This wand has some external factor. This is a bolt. Something's bolted down. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for earlier. And it's like, if you stay, that's what's going to happen to you. I don't think that you will have, circumstances will happen where you will finally be impacted. And again, if this is world events, right, things that are happening, or something that's happening across your country, you've gone unscathed up to this point. Right now in the US, we have the ICE agents, the cubes, doing all kinds of stuff. And it's like, yeah, you haven't been hit yet by the side effects of everything that's fucking happening. You stay where you're at, you're going to. Where did it go? It's going to eventually get you. Now, the idea is it's in her back, right? Meaning she didn't walk into this necessarily. Like, she didn't cause this. When the swords are in the chest and in the stomach and things like that, it's like you walked right the fuck into this. You could have stopped it, right? These are events where it's like, I feel like you're the victim of that situation to a certain degree. And they're like, this is going to be your one and only time. It's a unicorn event. It doesn't come around like this. So not only have you gotten yourself to this place, but we always want the universe to work everything out to work it out so something magical, miracle can happen, so the X, Y, and Z can happen. And then, which in and of itself is a unicorn thing, because that doesn't always happen. 9 times out of 10, it's a 50-50 thing, and spirit's helping you and you're doing this, and it's like most of it's on you, and they can move certain energies, but you know what I mean? Like to actually have something move heaven and earth. So you've done all of this. You're a unicorn, and what's coming to you is unicorn. Remember I said at the very beginning. So it's like these two things collide. You shouldn't sit here and just be like this is where I feel like when people say that shit where it's like whatever's for you won't pass you by, bitch. Yes, the fuck it can. Yes, the fuck it can. That's called spiritual bypassing. It was for you. It ain't for you no more because you fucking missed it, and now it's no longer in alignment with you because there's multitude of energies that play in this chaos existence. It ain't just you existing in this realm at this point in time on earth. And so when heaven and earth has been moved in your fucking favor and you don't act, yes, the fuck it did. It passed you the fuck by. Don't let it pass you by. That's it. That's the message. You are in this. This is the reason why you've been trained to wait for all the you were slowed down. Things will pick up. You'll get back into your normal self, but you had to wait. You had to wait. But this is your thing. It's your time to receive. You're going to receive this. You are open to it. This is your means. What are you going to do with it? Act fast, without hesitation. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to leave it here. I hope this message finds whoever it's meant for. And I will see you in the next read. Have a great day.